welcome back to Budget Repair. I'm Ethan, and this is episode 2 on the Budget Camaro. Today, I have some updates to share, and hopefully, we'll be pulling the engine and putting in a brand new one. Well, not brand new, but new to me. Let's get into it. Alright, so, updates. Unfortunately, I don't have the footage of us checking the engine. I'll probably be putting some pictures up on the video right now. But we pulled spark plugs from cylinders 1 and 2. And this is the one that came out of cylinder 1. You can tell if the camera would focus. There we go. You can tell that it's all smushed in there. For reference, if you don't know what it looks like, a regular spark plug should look like this. So, you know, something's a little wrong. So, I couldn't get very good quality pictures of the inside of the cylinder, but we did borrow a boroscope from someone. So I'll put some pictures up of that. So basically the motor's bad. There's not even a cylinder 1. So instead of that motor, we're putting this motor in. Yay! So this one is a 1978 Chevy 350, apparently with 4-bolt mains. That's what the code says. So that's really good. It's got AC Delco plugs on it all around. That's really nice. Got a Holley intake, which we didn't realize until after we bought it, so that's good. Got the nice Quadrajet on there. Electric choke works, so that's nice. I'm hoping the alternator works. The fuel pump had fuel in it, so I assume that works. But it's good because this is a complete motor, and this one doesn't even have a water pump, so that's good. The car, it's looking a little lopsided right now. You probably can't tell very well in the video, but this tire is a little low. This one was dead when we picked it up. But this one here, this is like completely flat. I mean, look at that. That's, yeah, there's nothing to that. So, yeah, we need to fix those. These tires are trash. They're all dry rotted and they're almost bald. One of them is almost completely bald. Yes, another thing is the gas shocks. Turns out they're bad. Right after I finished filming, when they had started to warm up real nice, that's when they stopped starting to work. So these should hold it up here. I can't open it all the way because of the tires, but yeah, it can't hold anything up. So need to order new ones of those. I bought some more parts, including a T-top for the driver's side, even though I have 2 spares right in there. Why, you might ask? Well, that's because it came with 3 passenger side T-tops and no driver's side. Tell me how that works. So, had to go buy another one of those. That was not cheap. But yeah, I'll be adding up the budget in editing so you can see my progress. This motor, that was really cheap. He sold this to me for $450. He threw in the rad. Doesn't fit on this car, it's off a square body. And he threw in the fan and the air cleaner. So that was nice of him. And as for other parts, I got that T-top. That was $200. And then, oh, hi Dad. I also got a shifter from that same guy. This is the stock shifter. Before, I don't know if you remember, it had this little number on it. And this, I think, is very ugly. It was all wobbly on there too, so that didn't help. And then we also got some brackets for the seat belts. They screw into these holes right here, and they hold the seat belts over here so it doesn't wrap around your face. He didn't have any cranks for me. Apparently these cranks on here were not the stock ones, so I have a parts truck out back. I could probably take some out of those. We also got, he sold me some sun visors too. Got the driver one held in with one screw. And then he also had both A-pillar supports, or A-pillar covers. This is the passenger side. I haven't put that one on yet. Driver side I already have on there. You can see it looks a lot better than bare steel. So yeah, I definitely need a window regulator for the driver's side door. So, and oh, I almost forgot. These gray pieces down here, the sill covers, I got those as well from the guy. So, altogether for all the parts, I paid $450 for the T-top and the shifter and those covers. So, not horrible, but it was the only place I could buy all those parts. So, yeah. Now all that's left on the list for this thing are tires, rust repair, and a radiator. And so let's see, what's the budget now? I spent $1,100 on the car, $450 on the motor, and then $450 on the parts. That's $900 plus $1,100. So that's exactly $2,000 I have into this car. So $2,000. That leaves me right around $1,000 or so to get this car going. So chances are I'm not going to get new shocks for the foreseeable future, because those, I don't really need those. If you hold them up long enough, they kind of hold it up there. I did check like the suspension shocks on it, and it seems to be good. But yeah, that's really all the updates I have on this thing. So today, hopefully, we'll be able to yank this thing out of here and put that thing in there. Oh, and it turns out that this thing is a 305 due to the smaller harmonic balancer down there. That's about 6.5 inches. And this one here is about 8.5 inches in diameter. So this is a real Chevy 350. And this one is a 305, even though the guy told me it was a 350. But, oh, yes, and as you know, it has an Edelbrock intake on there. That I can probably sell for about $200, so we can add some money to the budget. That's always nice. And I can sell 2 T-tops out of this thing as well. So that's some more money back. I'll probably advertise them for about, what should I do, $50 each? Sounds fair to get them out fast. But yeah, let's get into the work. So, I think that's all there is up top. Here, let's get you off the stand. Whoa, okay. So I got all the spark plugs out. You can see where they used to be. And then I also got all the header bolts out. I unplugged every single wire and tube and cord I could find. And I took the distributor out. I unplugged the oil pressure line. Right here, that cheap plastic line. I'll probably replace that with copper. And then, yeah, that went in there. And I kind of put the bolts back where they went if I could. Pro tip for you guys, please do this, because then you know what all your bolts are and where they go. I couldn't, of course, do that with the header bolts. Temp sensor, that went in right there, and I didn't want that catching on the headers. Hey, cat. Yeah, so there are all the spark plugs, of course. This is the distributor hold down, and I have no idea if this is good or not. Probably not, because it probably got snow on it. I know it got snow on it. I took the dipstick out as well, so I have a chrome dipstick now. That's cool. And got the exhaust gaskets. My dad came by. He picked up a brand new Wix oil filter in town for the new motor, so that was very nice of him. Yeah, so all that should be left is I think I might need to undo a fuel line or two. I'm not exactly sure though. Oh no, I already did them. Okay, cool. So I think it's just the transmission cooler lines and then the wires down on the starter and then the transmission and motor mounts. And then I think we're golden. I think. So, yeah. So we won't be pulling the engine out for probably an hour at least. So now I gotta somehow jack up the car and take a look underneath and take out the drive shaft, so I'll rig something up. Okay, so that was not working, as you could tell. I just don't have, enough strength, buff as I may be, to push this car up onto these ramps. So I'm going to go ahead and do what I should have done from the start, and take a jack and, jack the front up and, put it on these things the right way. Yeah, I realized I should probably do that after about 5 minutes of trying to push this thing from a dead stop. So, oh, my battery's at 15% by the way, so I'll probably have to stop and take a break, let this thing recharge a bit. So, yeah, cue the time lapse. And that is why you chalk the wheels before you start lifting up your car. That is one of the dumbest mistakes I have made. And it wasn't even really a mistake, it was a choice not to do it. I thought, it'll be fine. You know, why would it roll away on me? Well, I forgot that the floor is sloped slightly down towards the middle. And so that happened. Luckily, it didn't hit anything, and the only damage that was done was a slightly bent bracket on the bottom that has no structural integrity at all, because it doesn't need to. So everything's okay, just a minor dent that I can pull back with pliers. Yeah, I got very lucky on that one. What was that, 6 inches away? Yeah, so whenever you lift a car up at home, always chalk the wheels. It makes a difference, because now it's set me back about 20 minutes. Okay, let's try that again, and let's chalk the wheels this time. So, as you saw in that next time lapse, it did it again, except different. So, I have now taken the blocks off these things, because they were put blocks like that to give it extra height, but then they didn't have these lips to keep the wheels from rolling off, and so that was my doom again. So this wheel is wanting to roll backwards off of it. Luckily I had the stops, and so then I started pushing it forward, and then it went too far and it rolled off the front end, and it shot this thing way back to there. So I don't care if I'm an inch shorter, if I have an inch less room. I'd rather not have it fall on me. So, yeah, let's try that now. I think that's as far as we're going to get as lifting it goes. The back, there's not really any good spots to lift other than where I was able to lift with the jack. So, and yeah, I need to get the jack centered under there, so that didn't work. So I think we'll try and do what we need to do with just these things under the front. Yeah, it's kind of too bad, but there's not really much you can do. I mean, I guess I could switch them around, but we'll see how this goes first. So I'm gonna see if I can get you under the car, or maybe you'll just watch my feet. I don't know. So yeah, I don't think we're gonna finish this engine swap today. It's already, what time is it? Yeah, it's already almost 5 o'clock. So, here we go. So, starter wires are off. Yes. That took quite a while. Not gonna lie. They're down there. As for the drive shaft, I can't take that out until I get either the back end up or the whole car on the lift. So I think I'm gonna leave it like this for tonight and go have some supper and relax. I was just about to take this impact and remove the flange bolts for the headers, and then I realized, hey, I don't need to remove the headers, so that's nice. So I guess I'll see you in the morning. All right, it is the next day. Yeah, so now all we need to do is get the transmission mounts, drive shaft, and motor mounts out, and then we should be ready for liftoff. So, oh, my dad, while my camera was charging, because I forgot to charge it last night like an idiot, he surprised me and just, these two tires were constantly going flat. So he just took them off, and it was a rusty bead, so he just cleaned them up for me. So, very nice of him. Replaced the valve stems too. So, yeah, thank you, Dad. So now it should be able to roll all the time. So I could not lift up the back end and put jack stands under there because there's just not enough places to do that. So we're going to switch this around and we're going to put those ramps under these wheels and these jack stands under those wheels. So please enjoy another time lapse of me struggling to lift a car. Yeah. Alright, so I finally got the car up on all fours. This side in the front's a little low. I'll probably fix that later. That's fine, right? So, what we're after... Oh, old man grunts. Oh. So, wow, I can't even see. There we go. You can't see anything in there. But if you could, it's right there. Not that. That's the exhaust. Something right there in the darkness you can't see. That's what we're after. So we need to get that yoke off the transmission. You can't see any of this. I'm sorry. Yeah, so we need to get that yoke disconnected and then pull it out of the transmission housing. Yeah, this isn't gonna work, but this gives us a chance to look at the car from underneath. So this is not good. So this is falling apart back here, and then this whole pinch well has just gone to crap. I mean, yeah, that's fallen off. And then there's some rust back here in the rear floor pans. Or is that the subframe? Oh, crap, I think that's the subframe. There's a hole here. That's not good. Yeah, that's not good at all. Yeah, this, well, it's solid pretty solid here. It's all mangled up there. I think the guy I bought it from tried to lift it from there. That's really unfortunate. Oof. This is all bent up over here. Sounds thin. Oh man, I might have bought a bucket of crap. Oh, there's tape on the exhaust. We know that's good. Oh, great. Oh, and I also recently found out I need a wheel cylinder. Yay, more money. All right. Old man nuts, way more of them. Okay. Now let's go to the other side. I got a little bit of a look back here the other day, but I'm going to get a better look today. Okay. So, again, you can't really see anything, but this is crusty back here. This is the same story on this side. It's falling apart. This pinch weld, you can't see nothing. This pinch weld is a little worse on this side. Oh, you can see, yeah, really crispy here. Looks like some bad floor patches maybe. And then, oh yes, there's this goodie. Where is it? There, right there. Sorry about that. Camera just turned off for no reason. This guy right here. You can't see that. Okay. Well, there's a shiny metal patch back there. Oh yeah, there it is. You can kind of see that. That doesn't look good. But the rest of the car looks pretty solid aside from that floor up there. So this is a bit rougher than what I thought and rougher than the guy told me. So yeah, fun times. Now I somehow have to get under there and undo the drive shaft. You'll probably just have to watch my feet flail. So I'll see what I can rig up. But it's not looking good. Alright, so I'm taking a closer look here. And this was that patch I was seeing. And it turns out that that is just dirt and seemingly superficial rust on top of the original factory frame coating. So that is such a relief and a godsend. So the subframe seems to be okay for the most part. So that is a huge relief. So I'll still have to see about those pinch welds in the floors. They might not pass safety. But this yoke, that's what we're after. So I need to get all these bolts out. And oh, this is gonna be so fun. Why, GM? Why? Okay. I'm also gonna look for a tag on this diff to see if it's a posi or what. I'd really like it if it were a limited slip, but yeah, you guys aren't really seeing much. I'll see if I can ramp up the brightness in the editing, but yeah, the story unfolds. Yeah, so I went under there. Very exciting montage, as you could tell. But one teensy little problem. The bolts won't come off. And I really don't want to have to drill those out. So I think I soaked it down with WD-40. I'm just going to let that sit and marinate. And then I think we're going to have to evict the 88 Chevy off the hoist to get this thing on there. So yeah, good stuff. Hey guys, thank you so much for watching. This has been a wonderful episode to film. Unfortunately, we're kind of dead in the water at this point. I need to get this thing off the stands and onto the lift. So we're going to have to evict the Chevy. But today's Sunday, and I'm not doing that today. It's already after 4. So yeah, that's not happening. And thus I won't finish it this weekend because it's Sunday. So I think I'm just going to release this video kind of as a prep sort of thing. It probably won't be too long, but I'm probably at about, what, 10-15 minutes. So yeah, we'll for sure get the engine out next episode. I'll make sure of that. Because I actually need this car to be out of the shop by Christmas. We can still work on it after that for sure, but it just needs to preferably be running and driving by then. So yeah, that's kind of where I'm at right now. If you could hit the subscribe button and the like button, that'd be a great help to the channel, and to keep you posted for more of this car. And thank you so much for watching, and have a wonderful day.